the back. Council, please take the ID cards, the one who is misbehaving in the auditorium. Girls, settle down quickly at the back, please. Settle down. नहीं अभी ठीक है अभी रहने दो अभी रहने दो देखो यार the guest that is going to come today she is very accomplished she is herself a very senior professional in the industry she is also a master's in mathematics and is also a meditation trainer so you know the kind of gravity she carries as a person she's going to come here to share her 2 cents probably teach you something better about becoming good professionals make sure that you give her the same kind of energy as a crowd make sure that you're respectful at least even if you feel like you are not connecting with the lecture that is the bare minimum you can do as MBA professionals right be respectful to the other person so please make sure you do that and don't do anything which might make us take away your ID cards because it's going to be strict henceforth you are already 2 months into this college 3 months into this college behave like one.
अरे वीडियो उसमें नहीं रुक रही है
It is with great joy and anticipation that we welcome you all to this session that promises not just insights but inspiration. A gathering where ideas will spark, perspective will shift, and minds will be enriched. As we gather in the spirit of learning and leadership, I am reminded of the words of Dan Millman who said, "You don't have to control your thoughts, you just have to stop letting them control you."
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Arifa Sheikh, a student manager at Balaji Institute of Modern Management, Shri Balaji University, Pune, specializing in marketing.
And I, Devam Jain, a student manager at Balaji Institute of Modern Management, Shri Balaji University Pune, specializing in marketing. It's both an honor and
And
a
a thrill
thrill to
to take
take
you
you
through
through
this
this session
session
as
as
your
your
masters
masters
of
of
ceremony,
ceremony,
where
where
ideas
ideas
meet
meet
inspiration
inspiration
and
and
learning
learning
takes
takes
center
center stage.
stage.
Welcome to the session, an initiative towards building a culture where mental and well-being is not seen as a break from our studies or careers, but as the foundation for long-term success. We welcome Miss Anagha Kulkarni ma'am, a visionary in deep commitment to inner well-being and a revered figure in the domains of academia and public administration. Ma'am, we are truly honored to host you today at Sri Balaji University, Pune, a place where learning is a legacy and every conversation is a catalyst for transformation.
Shri Balaji University Pune has carved a unique space in Indian higher education, known not only for its academic rigor but also for its strong industry interface. With its blend of experienced faculty, innovative pedagogy, and corporate engagement, the university is committed to developing professionals. Shri Balaji University Pune ensures every student learns to think critically, act ethically, and lead effectively.
Shri Balaji University Pune is proud to foster diversity and inclusivity, with students hailing from across the country, from the peaks of Kashmir to the shores of Kanyakumari, and from the deserts of Gujarat to the hills of the Northeast. Our campus is vibrant confluence of ideas, cultures, and dreams.
As a junior student manager at Shri Balaji University Pune, I must say the experience so far has been both intense and transformative.
I agree. There is a clear focus on grooming us not just as students but as future leaders. We would also like to extend our greetings to our Honorable Chancellor Professor Paramanandan Balasubramanian Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. G.K. Shirude Sir, Deans, Directors, Deputy Directors, faculty members and my fellow student managers.
Ma'am, Shri Balaji University Pune offers both undergraduate and postgraduate courses. The postgraduate courses are offered through our four management institutes, namely Balaji Institute of Modern Management (BIMM), Balaji Institute of Technology and Management (BITM), Balaji Institute of Management and Human Resource Development (BMHRD), and Balaji Institute of International Business (BIIB). Shri Balaji University Pune is recognized with remarkable distinctions in the prestigious Times of India B School Survey, ranked first private university in Maharashtra and Western India.
Before we proceed, let's take a moment to honor the timeless legacy of our visionary founder chancellor, late Professor Dr. Colonel A. Balasubramanian Sir, his guiding ethos, discipline as the foundation, dedication as the journey, and determination as the driving force, continues to shape every student who walks through these doors. On this note, we are honored and privileged to have Miss Anagha Kulkarni ma'am amongst us.
May I now invite our beloved director, Dr. Archana ma'am, to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed guest with a bouquet.
May I now request my colleague student manager Archie Saroha to introduce our guest to the audience.
Thank you, Alpha. Mental health is not a destination but a process. It's about how you drive, not where you're going. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Archie Saroha, Junior Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Modern Management, Sri Balaji University, Pune, specializing in marketing. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Anagha Kulkarni, a dynamic leader, IT professional, and heartfulness meditation trainer who beautifully combines corporate excellence with inner well-being. Ms. Kulkarni brings with her over 18 years of extensive experience in the information technology industry, having worked with leading multinational organizations such as Global Logic, Cognizant, Capgemini, Barclays, and Tata Technologies. She has successfully led large teams up to 200 associates driving innovation, transformation, and seamless project delivery in the banking and finance domain. Academically, she is highly accomplished, holding dual master's degree, an MBA in IT and HR, and an MSc in mathematics. She is also a certified Scrum Master, test manager, and design thinking professional, and has delivered 100 plus workshops on design thinking, innovation, and leadership. Her passion for learning extends to emerging technologies as well, having engaged in multiple machine learning and deep learning research projects. But beyond her professional journey, Ms. Kulkarni is equally recognized for her dedication to heartfulness meditation. She has been a practitioner for the past 25 years, and since 2016, she has been actively imparting training and guidance as a certified heartfulness trainer, touching the lives of countless individuals through meditation workshops, corporate wellness sessions, and youth programs. She has also contributed to academia as a visiting faculty in reputed institutions in Pune, inspiring young minds to balance professional ambitions with emotional intelligence and mindfulness. Today, as we welcome her, we look forward to gaining from her rich blend of corporate expertise, innovation mindset, and spiritual wisdom. Ma'am, the stage is all yours.
PPT is ma'am's PPT. Yes. Sides.
Hello, hello everyone.
Sir, आवाज.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Yes. Is my voice audible there? Okay. So hello everyone and very good afternoon to all of you. Wonderful faces, joyful faces. Okay. So just give me a second before starting this session. Let me check if it's working. Yep. So I'll come and stand in front here. So what language you are comfortable with? Hindi, English, Marathi? Okay. Okay. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Let's मराठी वाल्यांनी हात वर करा. Oh wow. What about Hindi? Okay, I can see a lot of hands over there. What about English? अरे वाह. Okay, so let's have this session with I would say a sumptuous khichdi of Hindi, English and Marathi. चलेगा? चलेगा? दौड़ेगा? Okay. So I welcome all of you in this session of overall well-being, holistic well-being, to all the wonderful managers over here, future managers. I want to start this session with a story of my professional experience. Now it's not a story actually, ये कहानी नहीं है, ये एक ऐसा अनुभव है. When I was working, I experienced this particular scenario. Would you like to hear it from me? Okay. So, क्या हुआ था many years back? I was also having a lot of dreams in my eyes, the way you all have right now. I was also looking forward to become a manager in one of the MNCs. Now, what I have done, educational qualifications is I have done MSc in Mathematics and MBA in IT and HR. So, naturally, I started working in IT. It's many years back, 15-16 साल पहले की बात है. One of a very big and major organizations in Pune and working in banking and finance, right? So I was selected for the position of lead. ये पोजीशन आपने सुना होगा, एकदम मैनेजर तो नहीं बनी थी, लेकिन I started from a lead position over there. It was a very big MNC and all the clients were from, जैसे हम कहते हैं ना गोरे clients, बाहर के सारे American, European and all. It was a very big engagement in banking and finance. So what happened is, before starting my work over there, the top boss or account manager of that particular, that account in corporate sector, especially in banking and finance industries, account managers होते. ये word सुना है आपने कभी? Right? So he was managing a multi-million-dollar account and he interviewed me before, my work started over there. What happened is it was a one-to-one discussion. बाकी बहुत से questions हमें interview में पता होते हैं. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your professional experience. Where would you want to excel? Something like that. And there was a very typical question which also came my way is, Anagha, what are the most challenging situation you have encountered in your professional career? जब तक मुझे 5-6 साल का अनुभव हो चुका था. What was the expected answer over there? I was a meditation practitioner, not just IT professional. लेकिन मैं उस वक्त भी meditation करती थी, तो my answer was little different over there. So I just thought it. For some time, then I responded back to that one of a very top bosses in the organization. There's, one phrase you might have heard, asset of an organization. ये शब्द सुना है आपने? What does it mean? क्या मतलब होता है organization का asset होना? Pardon? You are saying something? You create value for an organization. Wonderful answer. What about others? Top performer, a technically fundu person, someone who brings and generates a lot of revenue for the organization. All yes, right? So the person or the boss who took my interview, he was an asset of an organization. Many, I would say, a veteran in that organization. I was very new. He was there for more than like 15 years or so and managing a big account, and now he was speaking to me. So the question came my way is, what is the typical challenge that you feel or you have encountered and in your professional career? अभी ये जैसे ही हम ये क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, बहुत सारे टेक्निकल आंसर्स हमारे दिमाग में आते हैं, राइट? क्या आंसर्स आते हैं, क्या चैलेंजेस हैं? कंप्लीट टेक्निकल प्लेटफॉर्म था. So what were the technical answers or the blockers, like data, environments, managing complex environments, IT infrastructure, revenue generation, automation, processes, what not. All fun to answers. एकदम जिसे कहते हैं कि हमारा intelligence दिखे ऐसे answers. But at that time my answer was little different over there. How I responded to that question, I said that to manage a team of human beings is the most challenging situation that I can think of, and that requires a different skill set. Of course, my answer was not very well received. He simply came back saying, "What are you telling me? We are a technical platform, we are a technical team. You need to speak to your client in terms of technology. You are telling me about human beings. What kind of answer is this, Anagha? This is not expected out of you." Then I said, he said, he gave me one more chance, justify your answer. Why would you say that? क्यों बोल रहे हो ऐसा? कुछ बताइए. Then I told him that, sir, to manage human beings, right, who all come with different dreams, different aspirations, expectations, belief systems. They all have different way of looking at a problem. To manage them and make them work towards one goal which is aligned with the goal of an organization is, I think, is the most challenging situation. Of course, again, my answer was not very well received, but he had no other choice but to take me in the project because my skills were absolutely suitable and perfectly fit for the project. I started working over there. कुछ महीने हो गए, 1 महीना, 2 महीने, 3 महीने. I was also a person with lot of energy and I wanted to learn lot of things, improve myself. आप भी वही करना चाहते हो अपने career में, isn't it? This is what I believe. So I started working there many hours a day. 10 घंटा, 15 घंटा, 20 घंटा. Sometimes I would not even go to my home. I forgot in this time when my daughter was studying, I used to work like a workaholic, but I liked the work. That is why I was working. It was not a compulsion on me, but for the others, we were 100 people team. They started, complaining after some time. किसी की पीठ दुख रही है, किसी की तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, किसी के बच्चों को स्कूल में एडमिशन कराना है, किसी के पेरेंट्स आ रहे, कोई बीमार है, कुछ न कुछ हो रहा है. And that is where this technically oriented manager, he started pushing the people towards a corner. That is what I would say. What started happening there is, you have to complete your work, you cannot take a break, no vacation, no holidays, no weekends, nothing. Slowly and slowly, after 4 or 5 months, the complaints became escalations. ये भी शब्द सुना है आप लोगों ने, escalation? Okay, what does it mean? क्या मतलब है escalation का? Yes? Okay, yes, you are absolutely right. What she is saying is when a customer is reaching out to your bosses instead of you directly speaking to, escalation means taking the problem to the next level. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are right. So taking the problem to the next level. So the escalation started, and after 6 months, this wonderful manager who was the asset of an organization was shown the door. What went wrong here? क्या गलत हुआ भाई? क्या लगता है आपको? What is it that did not go well? क्या हुआ? Yes, please. He was exploiting the subordinates. Wonderful. Yes. What about others? Pardon? Overburdened. Yes. What else? Employee welfare was not taken care of. Perfectly fine. but employees were receiving the salary, right? Did not care about the employees' health. Absolutely right. What was missing here was empathy, to feel someone else's pain. See, now this is the era of AI. मैं 15 साल पहले की बात कर रही हूँ when AI was just a phrase or a term. But now imagine our intelligence going to such a level where we stop feeling empathy about others. I'm not able to feel what others are feeling. There could be suffering, there could be pain, there could be something else. What is it that is happening? That we are becoming people who are exceptionally intelligent in terms of technology, but very poor in terms of emotional management. So this overall health and well-being, I felt really sad at that time for my manager because I couldn't help. I did not, of course, complain nor any one of my team member, but many a times I would think, that if this person was able to feel at least some pain or empathy the others are undergoing, this problem could have been avoided. So what was not there was the heart and mind connect. What was disconnected? The heart and mind. So overall well-being is not just about your physical existence, but it is also about the connection of your heart and mind. How well you are connected. What kind of uniform human being you are. Is my mind going somewhere else? Is my heart going somewhere else? What kind of person we are. So today's session is all about that. Why I started with this, experience, because when you will become real-time managers in any of the organization, never forget to connect with your heart. Always listen, always connect with others through your heart, and that is where a complete or a successful professional is really born. So this is the overall theme of today's session. और मैं देख रही हूँ कि बहुत सारा अच्छा लंच आप लोगों ने खाया है, ऐसा मुझे दिख रहा है. थोड़ा सा मेडिटेशन भी आज करने वाले हैं, तो all of you are, many of you rather, are already going in that mode of meditation. I can see closed eyes, connected with their inner self. So no worries, but I'll keep on sharing my experiences, and I'll humbly request all of you to just give a little bit of listening ear, because after all, it's all about a choice. So on the screen, what you are seeing is health is wealth, right? अब ये health is wealth मेरे कहने से तो नहीं होता है, but worldwide there are many great countries and great organizations and groups who have identified some of the days in an entire calendar to be very important days over here. What you are saying? What is the 7th April? World Health Day. And this is coined by World Health Organization, that is WHO. What about 21st June? International Yoga Day. So all of you know, right? Okay. Then there is a 10th October. Mental Health Day. Why mental health is really essential? Is it essential? Why? Why is it essential? किसको दिखता है हमारी mental health कैसी है? Can anyone say? See? Can I see someone else's mental health? Then what do you think by mental health? What is your definition of mental health? And all the answers are welcome here. No answer is incorrect. आप जो भी बोलोगे यहाँ पे, whatever you express is always right, because it all comes from our own experience. Yes, please. The emotional and psychological well-being, absolutely right. Where does this emotion reside? In the mind? Where is our mind, by the way? There is a brain, right? Where is the mind then? In our body? In a way, you are right. But where in the body? We don't have any idea, but no worries. We are going to explore these answers here. Your answer is absolutely right. But let's go to the, understanding in little bit depth about what our mind is all about. What is 21st December? Yes, it's a International Meditation Day. सारे डेज हो गए, माइंड भी पता चल गया हमको, बहुत साइकोलॉजिकली भी हमें स्टेबल होना है ये भी पता चल गया, हमें बहुत सी चीजें पता चल गई. लेकिन भाई ये माइंड है कहां पर? बॉडी तो वी कैन सी, राइट? आवर फिजिकल एग्जिस्टेंस वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई. ओके, someone's name is, A, someone's name is B, like that. But where is that mind? And what is that mind? अच्छा, 10th तक किन लोगों का फिजिक्स था? सबका था? कितने लोगों को पसंद है फिजिक्स? अरे चलो एक बार लेट्स रिविजिट आवर 10th class physics or maybe 8th class physics. See, this entire universe is categorized into three main categories. This entire universe is categorized into three main categories. The first category is matter. Hint दे दिया. बाकी की दो categories क्या है? Anyone? एक तो मैटर है भाई, दिख रहा है ये टेबल इज अ मैटर, isn't it? I can touch my hand, it's a matter, isn't it? Something solid, it's a matter, right? Yes, who said energy? A big clap for our friend here. Future manager, energy. You are absolutely right. First category is a matter. Second category is energy. And what about the third one? भाई उतना ही पढ़ाया, उसके आगे तो पता ही नहीं. Time, okay, that's one dimension. Yes. कुछ और सोचिए. Vibration. Someone said vibration? That is also right. कुछ और सोचिए. Pardon? Conservation. Yes, but of what? Conservation of what? कुछ तो कंजर्व करेंगे, right? So, little bit deeper into that. क्या लगता है? भाई तीसरी कैटेगरी तो हमारे टीचर ने पढ़ाई नहीं थी, पढ़ाई थी याद नहीं या हमने पूछा नहीं. What is that third category? No one knows about it? Okay, let me explain it to you. It is called as absolute energy. Okay, so first is matter, second one is energy, and third one is the absolute energy. Now, what is this absolute energy and what is energy now? Now coming back to his answer where he has said mind. So this mind, intelligence, our consciousness and ego, they are the fields of energy. All your thoughts, your emotions and everything is in that field of energy. My hand cannot tell whether it's emotional or not, but my field of energy is experiencing that. जैसे अगर किसी गर्म तवे पे अगर हमने उंगली रख दिया, कहीं हमें हाथ में सुई चुभ गई, तो कहां पर सुई चुभी है? हाथ में, maybe in your finger, right? But are you experiencing the pain? Where? पेन हाथ में होता है लेकिन ब्रेन तक सिग्नल्स जा रहे हैं, राइट? ये सिग्नल्स कहां से जा रहे हैं? कौन लेके जा रहा है ये सिग्नल? नर्व्स. लेकिन सिग्नल, न्यूरॉन्स. न्यूरॉन्स क्या है? It's a type of energy only, right? It's an impulse. It's telling my brain, okay, सुई चुभ गई है, दर्द हो रहा है. So this is the field of energy which is there within us, but we really don't know about that. So this well-being is a broader concept. It is not just related to our physical body, but it is much more than that. And what is the absolute energy? The third one, कोई बता सकता है अभी ये क्या नई चीज है? Anybody? अगर कोई इस दुनिया से चला जाए तो हम क्या कहते हैं? What is gone from that body? Sorry, I'm not able to hear that. What was? Yes, that is the absolute energy, our soul. It is purest, it is changeless. So this field of energy is all about emotions, thinking, feeling, everything. But soul, the absolute energy, is all about purity, love, compassion, brotherhood, harmony, and everything that is very profound. So when we are connected to that absolute energy, then we can say that yes, we are becoming a better and better human being. So this concept of well-being is not really related to what we think. It is much more beyond that. Now let's hear one more story. चलेगा एक स्टोरी बताऊं आपको? अब ये 10,000 साल पहले की कहानी है. Thousands of years ago, there was a great rishi and his name was what? Sage Kahoda. And he and his wife, they both were, very pure couple. They were very learned ones also. They would read lot of scriptures and whatnot. Now let's understand the concept of well-being in a little bit different way. Now what happened is, both of them would recite the scriptures daily. They were very flawless, especially the sage Kahoda. He was absolutely a master of whatever, he used to recite or learn. What happened is, this, the sage Sujata, she has conceived and there was a baby in the womb. Now what would happen is, they would recite these shlokas or whatever scriptures they were reading daily, and the baby in the womb would listen to that. Now what happened is, one day while reciting, Sage Kahoda makes a mistake. गलतियां तो सबसे होती है भाई. And what was that mistake? While reciting something, was not up to the mark. The moment that happened, the baby in Sujata's womb, the baby kicked. And the moment that happened, the sage Kahoda came to know, okay, that this baby has caught my mistake. He got very angry, but still he kept his composure. He started, reciting again further. In this way, he made 8 mistakes. कितने बार हुआ? 8 बार. 8 बार गलती हो गई कुछ बात करने में. The moment that happened, the baby in the womb would kick. It simply was telling the father that, okay, Papa or father or Baba or whatever, you have made a mistake over here. So now what happened at that time? Till 7th time, Sage Kahoda was very much, calm and peaceful. ठीक है भाई होता है. लेकिन 8वीं बार जब वही हुआ, he became very angry. And in that fit of anger, what he did was, he cursed his son in the womb. कि you will be bent in 8 places when you will be born. Now tell me, on what dimension this dialogue was happening? Physical dimension, was the baby born yet? Not yet. The baby was in the womb, but his anger reached to that baby, and when the baby was born, he was bent in 8 places in his body, and his name was, and he was called as Ashtavakra. ये शब्द सुना है, ये नाम सुना है किसी ने? So this Ashtavakra as in 8, Vakra as in bent. So one whose body is bent in 8 places, Ashtavakra was born. Now tell me, physical well-being या overall well-being कहाँ तक मर्यादित है? Is it related to body? No. Then where? Mind? Emotions? But what? What is mind? It is energy. So when that unbalanced energy goes on to someone else, what happens is the damage is done. Now, his name was Asit Devala. Ashtavakra's original name was Asit Devala, and that is the effect of the choice which was made by his father. So to get angry or not is a choice that we all have to make, because it's not just well-being at the physical level, because probably he had never thought that my words would affect so much. He might not know about that. गुस्से में कई बार हम कुछ बातें कह देते हैं, है ना? क्या हमें पता है उसके परिणाम कैसे होते हैं? So this making of a choice is all about that pause that we all need in our life before speaking, before thinking. Because now न्यूटन के जो लॉज है, एक्शन को रिएक्शन आता है, राइट? लेकिन हम जब ऑल द टाइम रिएक्टिव मोड में रहते हैं तो क्या होता है? समथिंग कम्स टू आवर वे, वी रिएक्ट. That reaction will always have an effect, isn't it? And that effect in turn will hurt whom? Our own self only. So it's all about managing your emotions in such a way that you choose the right way. There could be many things when you will enter into a professional life. कई चीजें ऐसी होगी जो आपके मन के मुताबिक नहीं होगी. There might be challenges. There might be different type of pressures, lot of stress. What will you do? What kind of choice you will make is all about your personality. And whatever choice we make, we will always see the effect of that. Well, the Ashtavakra kahani iske aage bhi hai, but we'll take a stop here. We'll go to the next slide. So, when we look at it, it's not just physical body, but body, mind and spirit. All the systems are interconnected. And whatever we are saying, we are thinking, that energy is a universal energy. It is not something that I am thinking by, जैसे कि हमारे एक यहाँ पे जो दोस्त है, फ्रेंड है, उन्होंने कहा कि it's all about energy and mind. So it is not just my mind, my thoughts. It is also affecting someone else without my knowledge, because everything is interconnected. So this universe, then earth and whatnot, an individual being. We all are interconnected. So this is something that we have discussed. So I'll skip this slide. Now health and well-being for all. When we speak of sustainability, what does sustainable future means? Ma'am was telling me that all of you are future managers, right? So that is how you are being called also. The titles are given. Managers. But what is that future and the sustainable future means to you? क्या है sustainable future? What is sustainability in that way? Now I want to ask you one question, that if my mind is very sound, okay, but my body is completely in a way sick or down or low with energy, will I be a very healthy human being overall? Yes or no? Yes or no? No. Now my body is very healthy, but my mind is completely distracted. Will I be a complete healthy human being? No. तो फिर क्या चाहिए हमें? It is a complete unification of the system with all aspects as expected and required, isn't it? Our body should be healthy. Our mind and thoughts should also be healthy, so that we can become what? A better human being and a complete professional. So, when we say what we are trying to do here is focus on a sustainable future, what this sustainability means to you? Sustainability का क्या अर्थ है? क्या मतलब है? Anyone? Optimum utilization of resources. Wonderful, very nice. What about others? Using resources in effective way so that it is conserved for the upcoming generations. Wonderful, very nice. Anyone else? चलिए, सारे आंसर सही है इसमें. It includes both external as well as internal well-being. It is not just external that I am conserving water or something. I am conserving so much of water that I am not drinking or maybe not taking a bath. What kind of conservation is there? What kind of sustainability? Do you know? Couple of months back, or I don't remember, maybe 5-6 months back over there, I was just going through one cine magazine of Hollywood, and there was a mention of one Hollywood actor. He is a very famous hero over there. He is so obsessed with saving the earth and water that he would not take bath for months. Have you ever heard of that? पता है किसी को? Okay, you can just go and search on the Google and you might get a name. I don't want to say that name over here from this platform, but is this the right kind of sustainability? Yes or no? No. So the sustainability is not just external but also internal, that my body should be clean, healthy. At the same time, my mind should also be clean and healthy. So it is a complete package. When we speak of sustainability and well-being, it's not just one aspect, it's a complete aspect here. So how many dimensions does a human being have? Okay, इसमें से n चला गया है, sorry for that. How many dimensions? We have already discussed that. One is the external dimension, that is the body. Second is energy, and third one is absolute. So this is just a pictorial representation of what we have discussed. That physical aspect is what? It's all about diet, food, sleep, relaxation, and everything. Our gut health and whatnot. Our mental health being, or the well-being of the energy field is all about clean and pure thoughts, right actions, right thoughts, correct intelligence, and humility. Now imagine you all becoming great managers, but if we do not have humility, what will happen? I remember one more kissa from my, organization, where we had one resource working on one project. He was having a niche skill. Niche skill पता है आपको क्या होता है? Something which is very specific, nobody has that kind of skill. So he used to work on one project and he was handling multiple clients, and he was at a time so frustrated and angry. He would झापा by the clients. कई बार हमारे सामने client को चिल्लाते थे जोर जोर से. Why? Because though he was having a very technically sound knowledge, what was lacking was a humility. Of course, few more resources were introduced in that project. What happened is the dependency was taken away and then he was released. So these kind of examples really happen in day-to-day life in an organization. So we have to be very flexible. We have to be humble so that wherever we go, we sustain, isn't it? So this sustainability is not just about having a lot of technical skills, but also about all the soft skills, the way we communicate. कौन से शब्द हम यूज कर रहे हैं, हमारे भाव कैसे हैं चेहरे के, what is the body language, the way I am standing in front of my bosses, the way I am standing in front of client, not only the clients, I will tell you specifically, when you go into various organization, if you ever happen to work with a German client, the people from Germany, they are exceptionally aware of the time. अगर 12:01 पे मीटिंग स्टार्ट होनी है तो 12 बजे the German person or the client would be in the door, and अगर वो 12:30 पे खत्म होनी है तो 12:29 तक आपका complete wrap up of the session should happen. They respect so much their time. So it is not just about being exceptionally good. We also have to learn these skills. And this is all about sustainability, I'm telling you. This is all about humility. This is all about righteous attitude. So this ego has to be in control. So these are the practical aspects of our physical body. Food. What else you can think of? See, I'll go to this slide again. There are three aspects, right? First is the physical body. That physical fitness is also required. So now let's, spend some time on how do we take care of our physical body. Now let's go to the next slide here. So first thing, these are the hints or practical aspects based on Ayurveda. Food. कैसा फूड होना चाहिए हमारा? स्वादिष्ट? फ्राइड? कैसा होना चाहिए? मसालेदार? Balanced diet, right? But what does it mean by balanced diet? Huh? Cooked? Okay. Everything included, right? What about balanced diet? Balanced diet को कैसे आप define करेंगे यहाँ पे? I am having very hot, potato chips and a Coca-Cola. एक बहुत hot है, एक बहुत ठंडा है. Is it not a balanced diet? Then what is balanced diet? Right amount of nutrients or nutrition. Absolutely right. The second aspect is breathing. Have you ever noticed the way we breathe, the patterns? कैसे होते हैं patterns? Shallow breathing होता है, deep breathing होता है. Shallow? Shallow breathing का क्या मतलब है? If our breathing is shallow, it means that we are stressed out. There is a fear, there is anxiety. Deep breathing always comes from abdomen, यानी जो हमारा chest है उसके जो नीचे का एरिया है, अगर आप ध्यान देंगे तो जहां से गहरी सांस आती है, it means that our energy levels are in an absolutely stable condition. Well, we'll just look at it. Digestion. What aspect of our food or water is connected with digestion or even breathing? Everything in a way. The amount of intake of water, what kind of food we consume, it's all related to the gut health or digestion. And whenever the gut health is not right, what happens is there are the problems of BP. Okay. और ये जो बीपी है पहले हमें नहीं पता चलता, बट आफ्टर 50 ये जो बीपी है अगर हाई रहा तो इट डायरेक्टली अफेक्ट्स द हेल्थ ऑफ योर ब्रेन, नॉट जस्ट हार्ट बट ब्रेन ऑल्सो. Water. Do you think that we should consume water periodically? Okay. Sleep. शांति से सोते हो रात में? No? क्या करते हो? WhatsApp, YouTube, Insta. What else? Or just chatting with your friends? Okay, one person at a time, so many answers. Roommates सोने नहीं देते. Okay, bhai. I mean, this is a problem for which you only have to find out the solution. I cannot help you there, but I can tell you some of the things. Okay. Relaxation. What does relaxation mean for you guys? Yes? Calm mind, absolutely right. But how do you relax yourself? If you are too much stressed or agitated, or maybe something has not gone, or maybe you are very tired, or if there is a tremendous fatigue, how do you relax yourself? You go to a mall, spend a lot of money, buy all the unnecessary stuff, and you feel relaxed, right? जब वो मैसेज आता है हमारे अकाउंट से कितने पैसे गए, वो स्ट्रेस दुगना हो जाता है, isn't it? So how do you connect to this word relaxation? The last one is what? It's exercise. कितने लोग आप में से एक्सरसाइज करते हैं डेली? वंडरफुल. आई कुड सी 50%. जो 50% है सब मेंटल जिम जाते हैं क्या? Okay, I'll request all of you to calm down. Calm down, please. these are the 3 meditation practices, but we are going to experience only one here at the end of this session. But developing focus, calmness, and relaxation is also a part of meditation. So these are the mental and spiritual well-being practices here. Now let's navigate through some of the aspects of this physical existence. Food, water, diet, when, what quantity, and how. So break your meals or fast within 2 hours of waking. These are the tips or the practical hints which are based on the Ayurveda, and after a lot of research, this material has been created or the content is created. So these are the healthy tips for the food, that maintain a 4-hour long gap between meals for proper digestion. So now food is connected with your digestion. Imagine you eating or overeating because you are stressed and there is no gap. What kind of gut health are we developing here? And this gut health or the digestion, if it is not proper, it will give rise to the blood pressure also. So all these factors are interconnected. What is a yogic tradition? 1 big meal daily or morning and evening light snacks. हम क्या करते हैं इवनिंग और जो रात में है हम ज्यादा खाना खाते हैं. Have you noticed that pattern? Why is that happening? Can you connect this behavior with your psychological behavior? Because whenever we are stressed or fatigued, right? When we are not relaxed, we tend to eat more. And when we tend to eat more, जो भी हमारे सामने आता है हम उसे खाते जाते हैं. That is a very typical behavioral pattern. And what happens to the gut health after that? We are not able to digest it properly, and then it gives rise to multiple, sickness or diseases. So that is, one thing. Balanced eating habits here. Eat only when truly hungry. कितने लोग तब खाना खाते हैं जब हमें इच्छा होती है खाने की, not when we are hungry. Many of us, when we are stressed out, what do? We keep on eating. क्यों? चाय, coffee, isn't it? ये क्यों हो रहा है? Because we are trying to fulfill one proper desire or the request from our body. We are trying to use it for other, faculty, or I would say with other fulfillment. जैसे अगर हम बहुत स्ट्रेस्ड है तो हम ज्यादा खाना खाते हैं क्योंकि हमें नहीं पता है कि वो स्ट्रेस को कैसे लेट गो करना है. हम उस स्ट्रेस को कॉम्पनसेट करते हैं ज्यादा खाना खा के. So if you look at it again, this physical behavior is connected with the mental health also. Then there are something called as ideal portion size. 2 fistful of food per meal. कितना हम ये खाते हैं ऐसा? इतना? That is what I am getting from all of you. Why? Because we have no idea when our gut or when our stomach is full. We keep on eating. It has nothing to do with the satiation of that hunger. It is most of the time satiation of the mental block that we have created. So this is something also. How should we eat? With gratitude, with lot of happiness and joy. जब आप फ्रस्ट्रेटेड होके, एंग्री होके, गुस्सा करके खाना खाएंगे तो आप उस खाने को चबाएंगे नहीं. Have you ever noticed your chewing pattern? Chewing pattern देखा है? जब बहुत स्ट्रेस्ड आउट होते हैं तो हम कैसे खाना खाते हैं? हम निगलते हैं, है ना? लेकिन ये निगलना is not good because God has given us teeth for some purpose. So what happens at that time? Again the digestion is distracted, or I would say digestion is not proper. So be very joyful while eating. Eat small morsels. छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में खाना खाइए, बड़े बड़े मत खाना खाइए. Eat mindfully with a conscious effort. What type of food you like here? Have you ever noticed the connection of the emotions and food? क्या है तामसिक खाना, राजसिक और सात्विक खाना? तामसिक मतलब क्या है? फ्राइड, कैंड, यही हमें पसंद है ना? फ्राइड, सबसे ज्यादा reheated fermented foods. These foods have been classified in according to Ayurvedic principle as tamasic. It means that it creates a lot of heavier emotions in us. Now what is rajasic food? That is agitated and anxious. It creates that kind of energy because whatever food we are eating, it's creating energy. Spices, coffee, tea, onions and garlic. जब भी एनर्जी हमें चाहिए है, जब भी रात में बैठ के असाइनमेंट्स करनी है, क्या करते हैं? चाय कॉफी बार बार, क्यों? क्योंकि वो एनर्जी देता है. इट मीन्स दैट इट क्रिएट्स दैट एक्टिविटी इन अस, इजंट इट? बट अननेसेसरी चाय कॉफी पीना, इज इट गुड? Because it's creating these kind of emotions which is called as rajasic food. What about sattvic? It means that the balanced diet, what she was saying, an absolute balanced diet. It is what? Fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, sprouts, etc. खाते हैं हम ये थोड़ा, है ना? So take action, that start eating mindfully. Let's come to water here. Role of water, how much to drink and when to drink. These are the recommended, having water in terms of measurements recommended by Ayurveda. Women 2.7 liters at least per day. What about men? 3.7 liters. क्या आप इतना पानी पीते हैं? पीते हैं? Wonderful. So keep on doing that. It will help you in your digestion process as well. It is an essential nutrient for the body. Cold water, warm water, boiled water, boiled and warm water. We all know the difference, so I am just going to the next slide here. How water helps us at a cellular level. Consider it a very essential slide here. It supports chemical reactions, protein building and energy production. अगर हम पानी नहीं पीते हैं तो we feel low on the energy, isn't it? It also helps, having lot of water daily helps in what type of functioning of organs? Kidneys, circulatory system, brain and digestion. जो लोग कम पानी पीते हैं उनका ब्रेन पे कैसा असर होता है? Memory loss, confusion, chaos, they are not able to think clearly. So have lot of water so that you are not just digestion but other organs are also functioning in the right way. So these are some of the things which I hope that you all are taking care of. Drink water between the meals, not during. This is something which Ayurveda recommends. Wait 30 minutes after meditation. Why? Because the energy levels should calm down. Choose boiled warm water over cold for better digestion. Let's come to breathing here. It's not just air. It's a very natural process, but breathing is not just air. It is a prana that we are taking in with every breath. And what is something which are going out, that is exhaling, is called, it's called as apana or apana vayu. There is one thing which is made bold here, subtle vibration. So when we are taking breath, are we just absorbing the air or something more? It is also the vibrations which are there in the environment. Now imagine we are going some place which is little scary or something, जहाँ पे से भूत भूत की stories है, ऐसा है. आप जब जा रहे हैं उस रास्ते से किस प्रकार का breathing होता है? Have you ever noticed? It is shallow, it is fast, because even that breathing is creating fear in you, isn't it? When we are angry, what kind of breathing are we doing? Very fast. And what happens when we are very fast breathing? जो ऑक्सीजन सप्लाई है हमारे शरीर के हर हिस्से में नहीं पहुंच पाता है. And it gives rise to what? Again, not proper functioning of many organs. So be mindful of both air pollution and thought pollution. When we meditate, we become very sensitive even towards the thought pollution. Well, that is something Take a deep breath while long exhale whenever you are feeling stressed. Conscious breathing और प्राणायामा. यहां पर मैं एक आपको टेक्निक अभी सिखाना चाहती हूं. आपको क्या करना है, whenever you will feel stressed, जब बहुत ज्यादा तनाव हो, किसी भी कारण से हो, तो आपको लेफ्ट नॉस्ट्रिल ब्रीदिंग अगर आप करेंगे तो इट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट. व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज टेक योर राइट थंब, क्लोज योर राइट नॉस्ट्रिल. ठीक है, ब्रीद थ्रू लेफ्ट नॉस्ट्रिल. धीरे धीरे सांस लेना है, मैं करके दिखाती हूं, और लेफ्ट नॉस्ट्रिल से ही आपको वो सांस यानी एक्सेल करना है. देखिए, if you do this for 9 times, you will see that all the energy levels are calmed down. You will feel calmer. This is called as left nostril breathing. राइट नॉस्ट्रिल को दबाना है, लेफ्ट नॉस्ट्रिल से धीरे धीरे सांस लेनी है, जहां से आपको एब्डोमेन महसूस होता है, और वहीं से आपको वेरी जेंटली रिलीज और एक्सेल. व्हाट यू विल फाइंड इज योर स्ट्रेस विल बी गॉन इफ you do it for 10 times. So that is one technique which I wanted to share with all of you. It is called as left nostril breathing. Its videos are available on the YouTube if you want. Let's come to the gut health here. All these things, right? Food, water, breathing, everything is related to your gut health. If our gut health is not right, it directly affects the brain. There has been one, incident in our own family where one of a very close relative, he was suffering from constipation throughout his life. He had a brain stroke and then he kind of, struggled for 2 years and then passed away. ये क्यों हो रहा था? क्योंकि अगर हमारा डाइजेशन सही नहीं है, कॉन्स्टिपेशन अगर हमें हो रहा है, तो वो डायरेक्टली ब्रेन को अफेक्ट करता है. कैसे? बिकॉज द मसल्स, our muscles, if they are not very naturally expanding and contracting, we tend to use a lot of force. And when that happens, it directly is connected with our nervous system and our brain. So be mindful of the digestion here. It's one of a very important aspect of our physical, well-being. It is deeply connected to the brain through the vagus nerve. A healthy gut is a balanced body and mind. And as the statistics says, 22% of Indian adults suffer from constipation. इस पे तो एक मूवी भी बनी है, हमने शायद हंस के छोड़ दिया होगा, but then it's a serious problem. Exercise, how do we exercise? And what are the benefits? Yoga versus exercise. Ayurvedic wisdom says exercise until the sweat pearls on your forehead. यानी यहाँ पर जब तक पसीने पर माथे पर पसीने की बूंदें ना आए, आपको एक्सरसाइज करना है. ओवर हीटिंग अवॉइड करना है, स्पेशली टू द पीपल हु गो टू द जिम. बहुत एंथुसियाज्म में बहुत ज्यादा करते हैं हम, एंड व्हाट हैपेंस इज आवर एंटायर सिस्टम गेट्स ओवरहीटेड. जब बहुत ओवर हीटिंग होता है, हम कैसे सांसें लेते हैं? अगेन वेरी शॉलो ब्रेथ. आफ्टर दैट, इफ यू गो टू जिम फॉर 2 hours and do a rigorous exercise, हम दुगना तिगना खाना खाते हैं, because our body is trying to compensate for that energy. So always remember, don't overheat yourself, don't overexert. Exercise भी उतना ही करना है जितना जरूरी है. It should leave you energized, not exhausted. So yoga versus exercise, have you ever thought of this, a comparison? What is the comparison of yoga and exercise? The difference is in front of you. Yoga always leads to the regulation of the body and the prana. Prana, that is the oxygen intake, that is inhale and exhale. Whereas many a times exercise, if not done properly, it leaves us drained and we feel more and more fatigue. Yoga addresses every part of the cell. It works at a cellular level. It is a holistic approach. Sleep. We have discussed over this. Relaxed नींद आती है रात में? नहीं, हाँ नहीं. What is happening here? Okay, I'll ask you one question here. You know, if you are stressed a lot, बहुत प्रेशर में है, बहुत स्ट्रेस्ड आउट है, आप सो रहे रात को, बीच में से आंख खुलती है, सबसे पहला थॉट क्या आता है? Time and about that situation, isn't it? If the exams are going on, सबसे पहला विचार क्या आता है अगर बीच में आंख खुली तो? पढ़ाई के बारे में, पेपर के बारे में, प्रिपरेशन हुई है कि नहीं हुई है, कल कौन से क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, विल आई बी एबल टू परफॉर्म बेटर इन माय एग्जाम्स, व्हाट आर द स्कोर्स दैट आई विल सिक्योर एंड व्हाट नॉट. So it means that your body was sleeping but mind was not, isn't it? Do you feel energized or relaxed and happy when you get up in the morning? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Right? It simply means that our body was sleeping but our mind was racing continuously. So a sleep is really essential, but what kind of sleep? A sound sleep. And for that we need to slow down after 6 p.m. लेकिन हम रात में सोने तक इंस्टा, व्हाट्सएप एंड व्हाट नॉट, है ना? What is happening that even if we are laying on our bed, our mind is racing continuously, and that creates a lot of action and activity within our entire system, and then the sleep is not proper. So this is one of a very important pillar of health out of 7. This is the 6th one, very essential. जितना भी सोओगे 5 घंटा 6 घंटा, बहुत शांति से और गहरी नींद आपकी होनी चाहिए. When your mind is also relaxing, not just your body. Deep sleep is essential because then it secretes growth hormone. ये growth hormone at every point in our life is very essential because it keeps, gives that energy to every cell of our body. It is essential for neuroplasticity. Now imagine someone who is very stressed, who doesn't have proper food, doesn't chew the food properly, doesn't have proper water, so gut health is gone, doesn't sleep. What will be the effect on the brain? Can you imagine the cycle? As long as you are young, it won't bother you after 50s because these are the effects which are accumulated. ये accumulated effects है और ये 40 के बाद 50 के बाद जैसा जीवन हमने बिताया है उसके इफेक्ट हमारे सामने आते हैं. So these are some of the techniques for the restful sleep, that is optimizing the sleep patterns. Meditative mind, always have a restful mind and a relaxed mind, and the sleep is also like a yogi. Relaxation in yoga, it's not just about flexibility and strength. The entire session here is well-being is not just about that well-being but also it is about the inner flexibility as well, not just external. Balance between the opposites, fear and courage, ये anger and love, then उसके बाद में disturbance and peace. These all opposites are there in our system and it's all about balancing these opposites. So how to do this relaxation? As I was saying that many of you relaxation कैसा करते हैं? म्यूजिक सुन के. क्या आप किताबें पढ़ते हो? किताबें पढ़ते हैं? कितने लोगों को हैबिट है रोज किताब पढ़ने की? एक्चुअली फिजिकल बुक लेके मैं बोल रही हूँ, नॉट जस्ट दैट 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, only 15 or 16, at max 20 people. So what kind of knowledge we are gaining, what kind of training we are giving to our mind if we are not reading? Reading enriches us. तो किताब पढ़िए, आपको बहुत रिलैक्स लगेगा. अच्छी सी किताब पढ़िए, अच्छा म्यूजिक सुनिए, थोड़ा लाइट एक्सरसाइज कीजिए, बाहर घूमने जाइए. You will feel fresh and energized. A relaxed mind is always equals to relaxed body, And now let's come to the dimension of energy and absolute energy. Physical body का देख लिया. Now what about the other dimensions? चलिए, let's have a quiz over here. How many thoughts per day our brain processes in an adult, human being? How many? I am getting some answers, but at the same time, lot of noise also. Kitna? 1,000? 1,000? More than that? 10,000? Okay. 70,000 किसने कहा? Okay. 70,000. You are very near. You are right actually. It's 70,000 thoughts actually that an adult brain processes. Okay, now let's come to the next question. What percentage of our thoughts are unrelated to what we are currently doing? अभी 70,000 थॉट्स है. सोच लीजिए, दिन भर की सारी एक्टिविटीज रिकॉल कीजिए, कितने थॉट्स यूजफुल थे? In terms of percentage, rough figure will also do. 1%, 10%, related or unrelated. When we are speaking of unrelated, it also means how many percentage were related. Let's see. It's around half of the thoughts, right? On an average, what percentage of our random thoughts are negative? तो इसका मतलब है ये जो 47 to 50% thoughts है ये सारे random है, irrelevant thoughts है, right? ये irrelevant thoughts में से कितने thoughts negative thoughts है? 40, 20, 2/3 thoughts. 2/3 of these 35,000 thoughts are in a way absolutely negative thoughts. That is one thought for every second. इतना negativity है भाई. Now, what proportion of our thoughts are driven by the subconscious mind? Percentage में बताइए. Anyone? Pardon? 80%? Yes, you are very near. What about others? 85 भी किसी ने कहा? किसने 85 कहा? Someone has said 85. What about others? Okay. 95% of our thoughts are driven by the subconscious mind. That is, out of these 70,000, now I am not speaking about 35 but 75,000, 70,000 का 95% जो भी है वो सब सबकॉन्शियस माइंड से आ रहा है. सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में क्या है? पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस, जजमेंट्स, बायसेस, व्हाट नॉट, एंगर, फ्रस्ट्रेशन, फियर, ग्रीड, एवरीथिंग. ये सब कहां से आ रहा है? Action को reaction, reactive tendencies, they are all being born from the subconscious mind, and that is where all the physical and mental aspect come together. Imagine when I am feeling very afraid or scared, I keep on eating. When I am lot of stress, I am having lot of stress, I keep on eating. So what is from where it is being driven is through the subconscious mind. So even to be happy and healthy at a physical level, our mind needs training. Without mind training, हमारा external जो हमारा health है वो भी correct नहीं रह सकता. But are we just numbers? You know, when we look at each other, are we looking at each other as 75,000 thoughts, 80,000 thoughts, 50,000 thoughts like that? Are we just numbers? Then what are we? Emotions? Absolutely right. We are much more than that. We are a complex being with emotions, feelings and whatnot. Have you ever seen this wheel before? ये पता है आपको? This is called as wheel of emotion. This is a discovery, or rather I would say a research done by an American psychologist, Dr. Robert Plutchik, and this is called as Plutchik wheel. What he is saying that we have some very intense emotion at our core, and these intense emotion, if we look at it, they are all negative, and they are originating from our subconscious mind. So, close your eyes, take a look at it. Think of any emotion that you want or you are suffering from. कौन सा इमोशन है जिससे आप बहुत ज्यादा सफर कर रहे हैं? Is it restlessness, anger? What is it? Take a look at the emotion and just try to contemplate over that. Done? Now open your eyes. We are going to do meditation after that. So just give me 5 minutes and we'll do the meditation. You can close your eyes very happily during the meditation. So contemplate how would you overcome any of the emotion which is bothering you. Even the emotion of, fatigue or बोरियत जिसे कहते हैं. Emotion ही है, right? कैसे ओवरकम करेंगे आप इसे? Do you have any tool or technique with you? Do you have any technique to overcome these basic emotions? Fear, rage, anger, anxiety, disapproval, jealousy, what not? Then what is the tool that we should use to manage our emotions? These are the simple heartfulness practices through which all these emotions and all these aspects of our inner balance and external balance can be managed. So now we'll come to the meditation part. This entire session about, our physical well-being and mental well-being is all about managing the field of energy. जितनी आपकी अंदर की एनर्जी की फील्ड कंटेन्ड रहेगी, काम रहेगी, उतना ही आपका शारीरिक स्वास्थ्य भी अच्छा रहेगा. So now, are you ready for meditation? Okay, I can understand. But have you ever meditated before? Any specific practice? Yes or no? Which practice you have tried? Sorry, I'm not able to hear you properly. Shavasana. Okay. Shavasana is a physical aspect, but it is not a meditative practice. It helps to calm down the physical existence, but not at a mental level. Okay. So now, what if I tell you that you all meditate all the time? Would you agree with me? आप 24 घंटे ध्यान करते रहते हो, अगर ऐसा मैंने कहा तो आप मानेंगे? मानेंगे. किस पे ध्यान करते हैं आप? मराठीमध्ये सिनेमा आहे, ती सध्या काय करते, है ना? So you all meditate upon that. तो सध्या काय करतो, ती सध्या काय करते. Okay. Let's meditate, but before that, understand what meditation is. Meditation is all about thinking about one object or one situation all the time. 10th में अगर कम मार्क्स मिले, घर में पापा ने डांट दिया, मम्मी ने काम बताया, दोस्त के साथ अनबन हो गई, we keep on thinking about that all the time. It's a meditative state. And what that state going to give you? We are not going to achieve anything out of that. So, meditation in heartfulness is about meditating on the right object. And what is that right object? It is something called as the divinity in the heart. It makes us human, it makes us sensitive, and we also become sensible. And as I have shared with you the experience in my organization about that manager who was an account manager, क्या था वहां पे connection? The heart and mind was not connected, and through heartfulness meditation we connect both of these aspects and become a better human being. तो करना क्या है? कुछ नहीं, मैं आपको थोड़े से रिलैक्सेशन के इंस्ट्रक्शंस दूंगी. You just have to relax from the toe to the top of your head and then connect with your heart and relax there. अगर आपको सोने जैसा लग रहा है तो आप 10 मिनट शांति से वहां पे उस कंडीशन में बैठ सकते हैं. Easiest way of meditation, I'll give you the suggestions and then we will meditate for 5-10 minutes. What if the thoughts bother you? थॉट्स अगर आते हैं तो क्या करना है? इग्नोर करना है. These are the unwanted necessary things which are floating in our mind. So just ignore them. So, ready for meditation? Great. So now, very gently close your eyes. Sit in a relaxed state. And now we will do the relaxation first. Through the relaxation, the entire stress will be gone from our body. We will be able to focus better. Let your breathing be very normal and natural. Let your entire existence be in a relaxed state. With the closed eyes, bring your attention towards your feet. बंद आंखों से अपना ध्यान अपने पैरों की ओर ले जाएं. Feel your toes relaxing. Feel a healing energy from the Mother Earth entering into your toes, relaxing them. This healing energy is now very gently relaxing your feet and your ankles. Your feet are now in a relaxed state. Slowly, this energy is very gently moving upwards towards your calves and calf muscles, relaxing them. This healing energy is now relaxing your knees and thighs. Your both legs are now in a relaxed state. This healing energy from the Mother Earth is very gently relaxing the lower part of your body, slowly moving upwards towards your back, relaxing the lower part of your back and moving upwards. Your entire back is now in a relaxed state. This healing energy is now relaxing your abdomen, stomach, muscles over there, gently moving upwards towards the torso. Feel the entire torso relaxed. This healing energy is now relaxing your shoulders. Feel your shoulders melting away. All the stress is now gone. Slowly, this healing energy is descending into your arms, your forearms, lower arms, your wrist, hands, palm, fingers, top of your hands, tip of your fingers. Feel them relaxed. All the stress is now gone. This healing energy is now very gently relaxing your neck and neck muscles. Feel all the stress, stiffness simply dissolving away. Very gently, this healing energy is now moving towards your face. Feel your jaws relaxed. Feel your chin relaxing. This healing energy is now very gently relaxing your lips, your cheeks, nose, earlobes, ear, eyes, eyebrows, your forehead, top of your head, and the back of your head is completely in a relaxed state. Let your mind be also in a relaxed state. The stress from the thoughts is now released. Your mind is also in a relaxed state. With the closed eyes and a relaxed body and mind, very gently move your attention towards your heart. Feel the source of the divine light in your heart, the calmness, the stillness, the peacefulness of that source is attracting your attention towards itself. Let go of yourself in your heart till you hear further instructions. Remain absorbed in that divinity in your heart. Very gently bring your attention to the present moment. With your eyes closed, contemplate how you have felt. बंद आंखों से ही आपको कैसा महसूस हुआ, इस पर थोड़ा चिंतन कीजिए, थोड़ा विचार कीजिए. You can open your eyes now. Don't clap. Don't clap, it's not necessary. कैसा लगा आपको? If you do this for 5-10 minutes in a day, in the morning, it will help you to relax and rejuvenate. This is the connection that we were speaking about, that absolute energy. So, this was about that holistic well being. It starts with the physical existence. Very gently, we cross the states of the mind and then we connect with the absolute energy in the heart. So, this is the journey and it helps us to regulate our thought, get rid of all the distractions, and we are able to focus in the most natural way on any work or study or any sport, game, any art form that you might be interested in. Thank you so much, and I'm really grateful to the entire management of Shri Balaji University. I'm grateful to Tushar sir. Thank you so much, Dr. Preeti ma'am, Dr. Archana ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for this enriching session.
May I now invite our Student Council President and Vice President Vedahi and others to felicitate our esteemed guest with token of appreciation.
Madam. Ah, right. Adarsh, come.
May I now invite my colleague student manager, Mr. Rishikesh Jagtav, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Take it. Take.
Thank you, Devam. we are what we repeatedly do, excellence, then it is not an act but a habit. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Rishikesh Shaktap, pursuing MBA in Marketing, Junior Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Modern Management. On behalf of Shri Balaji University Pune, extend my heartfelt gratitude